This is Chris Hume with the Lancaster Patriot here in Lancaster County, Pennsylvania. As you know, yesterday state agents raided Amos Miller's farm, seizing some of his property, placing many of his products under detainment, preventing Amos from selling those products. If you're familiar with Amos Miller, you know that for decades he's been selling his organic products, his raw products, to customers who want those products. They understand the risks, but they would rather have natural, organic, in some cases raw products than the commercially produced, chemically laden products that many people buy from the grocery store and other places. And Amos Miller represents freedom. He represents the antithesis of the nanny state that our government officials want to impose upon us. They want a state wherein we have to go to the government to get permission to buy and sell food, something that is so essential to human life. So there are two things you can do right now to help Amos. Number one, you can donate financially. Amos Miller has employees that he pays. He has small farmers in Lancaster County here that rely on Amos to sell the products that they provide to him. If Amos Miller can't pay his employees, if he can't pay these farmers, his business can shut down. So there's going to be a link here for a Give, Send, Go fundraiser. Consider giving, even if it's small. Give to Amos Miller's cause here, because he needs to keep his business going so that when he wins this case, he can keep serving his neighbors. The second thing you can do is to contact the elected officials, the appointed officials here in Pennsylvania. The Department of Agriculture Secretary Russell Redding has the authority, as I understand it, to lift this detainment order and allow Amos to get back to business today. So contact him. There's going to be a link here to contact him, and also a link to contact your representative. If you live in Pennsylvania, and if you're outside the state, you can contact these representatives and the secretary as well in Pennsylvania, and urge them to see that justice is done and Amos is allowed to serve his neighbor. We don't want the government telling us where we can buy our food. We don't want the government controlling our food supply. If we want a free society, we need to be able to make those choices. And that's what Amos Miller's customers have been doing for decades. And we need to see that freedom is established in this land, or else we won't have any food in the near future. So thank you so much for following this. Again, check out this link, support Amos Miller, consider a financial donation, call and urge these officials to see that justice is done and Amos is allowed to serve his neighbor. Stay tuned. We'll have more updates as this story continues to develop.